Hi guys, this is Tony here from Metal Ruse. You're about to sit down and enjoy an interview I just did um, over there. And so do like and subscribe so you can get all this straight into your streaming and into your consciousness as soon as it arrives. So enjoy the interview, and I will. Over to you, Tony. There you go. Welcome, guys, to Metal Ruse. Nice to have you here.
Splendid to be here.
Lovely to be here. This is our fifth ever chat to Australia.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pleasure.
really?
Yes.
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. I just want to say that I was really excited to come to chat to you today. I'm looking forward to all day because the album you're about to release in August is so beautiful.
Oh,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much.
So beautiful. It's very hard for a person like myself who's listened to everything. You go heavy music all over the place, and then you get this kind of music, and it takes you to a different spiritual plane.
Love that.
I mean, how do you, question first? We'll start off. Obviously, you've got all sorts of connections with Nightwish and all those sort of different connections, but you're all spread out across the world, aren't you? I think one of you lives in the UK. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm Troy and I live in Yorkshire.
Yorkshire, good old
Yeah,
Yorkshireman. That's it.
well, I'm not. I'm from Cumbria, but I live
Yeah,
in Yorkshire.
yeah, I was gonna say because my family is from up that part of the world, but yeah, beautiful.
All
So
right.
yeah, well, my family are from East London, but my wife's family's from Yorkshire. Um,
Right.
but yeah, I mean, so you connected together to make this beautiful album. And other albums before, of course, this is the third, is it not, from your brilliant band?
Yeah,
And if I say it right, is Ori the correct way to say it?
AURI.
Auri. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I suppose that one comes up a lot, doesn't it? How do I say it? Auri? Ori?
Yeah, it's a bit of a conundrum.
Yeah, yeah. And what drew you together to make this particular type of music, this particular kind of beautiful music?
Well, I think it's the result of our friendship, really.
Mm,
It's how our friendship sounds in music form, if you will.
mm.
I mean, we all met in 2009 and became fast friends and realized we were all born on the same star, you know? It's
Ah,
just we just felt this instant connection, and the fact that we all work in music enabled us to really create something special with this kindred spirit energy combined with music. That is the result of AURI.
oh, brilliant. Because I had only heard bits and pieces previously, and then when I got the opportunity to put this album on, I had like there's just so many moments in this album that it's almost difficult to say a highlight for me. Like from the beginning to the end. I mean, obviously, I think the highlight, a boy that traveling with his mother, is just it's 11 minutes of wonderfulness, right? Um,
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
it is because I come from a proggy background, 11 minutes to me is nothing. If it had been 5 minutes more, I would have said, yeah, bring it on. Um, Uh, and I think that's again this. I was trying it in my head all day today, trying to think where do I put Auri? You can't. There's no space. A record company can put you in a box. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
everything. It's avant-garde. It's pop. It's symphonic. It's operatic. I think it
That's good.
just yeah. I think beautiful is just the is just the right word for it.
I love that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, we need splendid guys like you to tell us what it is that we do, because we have no clue.
I don't know what you're. If you don't, honestly, it doesn't matter because what you're doing is magical, like
Right.
magical. I wrote this. I'm not a man of words, right? But I wrote this when I was listening to. I think it was Library of Love. I was listening to, and I was on the bus, and I was going to get my pencil out and make a quick note. And it reminds me of the voices you hear just as you go to sleep. You know that moment between now and asleep, those
Yeah.
voices that are talking to you then go away. And this is what I got from that. I was like, I got goosebumps from it.
Thank-
Yeah, I think we don't
I,
have enough
I
of
think
that now.
I think this interview is in vain because you already know everything about us. And you are right in a lot of things. You don't really need to ask us anything.
You
Yeah.
essence of AURI, and you're pouring out
Definitely,
this,
yeah.
yeah, everything you say about it, we resonate completely with that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
from now on, I'll have to work with the record company and do all our
I'd love to, no problem.
our buyouts.
Wonderful. But
But
yeah, just like I said, we don't really, I mean, we like to rattle the boxes that people put music in. We don't really care for boxing music or, being tied to any specific genres. I mean, it's to us making music, it's complete freedom and love. It's equal to love and magic and the being in awe of this beautiful universe that we live in. So
yeah.
that's really the essence of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
you sum it up completely, my love. You sum it up completely. Like I was reading about Blakely Ridge, right? Obviously about the Yorkshire moors and the pub, Well, I've been to those kind of places, and I can appreciate that completely. That wonderful. I mean, I even had a feeling before I'd even read the bio. I was thinking, oh, it does remind me of a sort of a time that you're sitting around the pub chatting. There's someone playing some lovely music in the background, particularly in Ireland and Scotland and those places where music is everywhere. It sort of felt that way as well because you've got the Blaney. Is it sorry? I can't say this. Ulayan pipes. Is that correct?
Ilan.
Uilleann pipes. Oh my God. Sorry, Uilleann pipes. But I'd love the way they come in. Like you really punctuate that the space in between your beautiful voice. You get that really nice folk feel that comes in.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Blakey Ridge is a really important place to us. Not just because we've had some of the best fun there you can imagine, uh, but because there's a fabulous juxtaposition of the warmth of deep friendship and love, contrasted to the bleak landscape outside, in which there's nothing but the odd sheep wandering around
Yeah,
for miles. And there's that intensity of the warmth of the inside of an ancient space, and you contributing to its history in sound and in laughter. It's
oh,
uh, it's a wonderful thing.
I love that, man. It's. I mean, I think people who come from our part of the world and from Europe, that not so much here, I don't think, but particularly over there, that sense of gathering
yeah.
that you get in a like in an old place like a pub or a
Yeah,
family home is that sense of gathering, that sense of community.
absolutely. And people react to it directly as
Mm,
well. We tried to capture that in that song, and you obviously instantly tuned into it, but also the very essence of that feeling, the essence of that whole concept of the juxtaposition of warmth, intimacy with the darkness and the cold outside.
mm,
It's also written into the lyrics in a very subtle way. So it's not just about the building itself and our reaction, but it goes even further than that into all of the things we feel about our lives and how special it is to be alive at this time with friends in such an environment as Blakey Ridge, as that pub with that
yeah,
fire.
yeah. It's some, and also you're such a creative trio. The way you must feed off each other to create this ethereal magic is something that I don't you could certainly couldn't buy it. You couldn't you couldn't fake it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to say
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
happens.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Mm,
it feels like we couldn't make this music even if we tried. It just arrives to us and we're humbled to receive it. That's the magic of it. That's how I
mm.
feel.
Yeah,
I,
we'd be quite useless
Yeah.
at being commissioned.
Yeah.
We'd
yeah,
be useless at it.
It couldn't work.
yeah. Here's my pencil. Here's my paper.
Yeah,
And
No.
write
that
it
wouldn't
here.
work.
Yeah, yeah,
No, it is,
exactly.
it's very stream of consciousness as music.
Do you know what? I think that's perfect way to describe it because when I always put my records on vinyl, so I always imagine putting the needle down. That moment that it goes on to the moment that you hear that as it goes off the outrun,
Yeah,
you want it to be. I think this is the kind of music that is a stream of music consciousness.
yeah,
I
yeah.
put it on. I put it on the bus. I said going to work, and I don't remember the bus journey.
There you go.
I love that.
You know, I had my notebook. I was making millions of scribbling notes, like in red pencil, which is usually a good sign for me. And I was just like, what? That just filled my half an hour in such a lovely way. Are you going to play it?
That's
Yeah,
splendid.
you're going to play
Splendid.
it live, aren't you? You're going live
We
for the
are.
first time?
We
First
are.
time ever.
And do you fancy coming along and being our mascot?
I'd love to. Yeah. Whereabouts are you touring it? Just through Europe or
Europe, yeah. Europe.
For now.
for
For
now?
now,
Australia awaits.
Oh,
it
yeah.
does.
Definitely does
It
at some
does.
point.
Yeah, it would be wonderful.
We would love to come to
Mm.
We
Australia.
hear you have some amazing festivals that our music might fit in.
Yeah,
Absolutely, you do. Absolutely, you do. And there's one down in Hobart in the winter, which should you
Hobart.
slip straight into, right? Yeah. I mean, it's called
Yeah.
Dark Mofo, but it's not necessarily all about dark music. It's just about winter solstice
right.
and sort of earthy paganism. I hate the word pagan, but that kind of
Yeah.
pre-Christian kind of feel.
Yeah.
And it has those kind of bands, which I think would suit you
Yeah.
beautifully. Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Mm.
We
I mean,
have to do it.
how do you? I mean, uh, obviously, selling this music in a world where we are so commercial and full of just the same old crap. Um, is it hard to get your music to people? I mean, I think this is. I think it should be listen. Everyone should listen to this, but just
Well,
is it
in
hard?
some ways, it's much easier than before because we have this thing called internet.
Oh yes,
So,
Yeah.
yes.
yeah. But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But that's a double-edged sword
It
as
is.
well.
Yeah.
It's really difficult these days, especially with our kind of expression of what we're trying to project into the outside world uh, is only receivable by people who are truly open
Mm.
and people at peace with themselves, really.
There's no radio station on the planet who would play AURI.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
And we were talking about this that if AURI was formed in 1972, I think we
We
would
might
be
have
pretty
seen each other.
big.
Mate, you would have been touring with Yes and
Yeah, exactly.
and Genesis and Van der Graaf
Yeah,
Generator.
we probably would have been, but yeah, quite right. I mean, but what is wonderful about this is that we meet people like yourself who are obviously in love with music in general,
Mm.
and you live in that world. So if you're there, there's got to be others.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yes.
so we hope to reach them because all we can really want and ask for is for people to feel the same way as us about this life, this world,
Mm.
and making music and the point of music. The point of music to us is very serious, and yet at the same time we fill it full of well, in the case of Blakey Ridge, full of merriment and
Yeah.
we swirl our way through all kinds of emotions with AURI, and it just happens that way because of the way we feel about life.
Yeah, I mean, we live in a bad world at the moment. Let's be honest. We all know what the crap that's going on in the greater scheme of the world. And to sit there and put something like Ari on, and even though there are very deep meanings coming through these lyrics, the lyrics are beautiful, and the music is celestial. You sort of you don't feel it's not dark and appalling, and it's uplifting, which is
Yeah,
something that I think we desperately need, but in a more beautifully made, the world made, made well. I can't speak my language now, but in a bit more a better way than just the crap that we have to listen to. Um,
yeah. Well, you've just said what exactly how we feel. That's what we feel like, and that's what we hope to do with our music. And we won't stop. We don't have an agenda apart from to make ourselves uh, feel this, feel the way these velocity curves, these
mm,
mysterious impulses that are coming through the air, how they can transform us and change our emotions and restructure us as people is fascinating to us
mm.
through. And that's been one of the driving forces behind AURI as friends who love each other. And it's vital to us that we do not compromise it and
Oh no,
don't go down.
don't.
Oh,
No, please don't.
no, we can't. Oh, we can't. We
I mean,
can't.
I'm sure the thing with bands like yourself is I get this urge to be gatekeeper, right? I get this urge to gatekeep bands like yourselves because I don't want other people to take it and spoil it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you want everyone else to listen to it, you know. And I feel passionately, very much. I live my life for music. If these aren't on my head, I don't. You know what I mean? It's something that's in my soul and every part of my being. And when I hear this sort of stuff, I feel teary saying it, but genuine teary now. You know, like the opening song, Invisible Gossamer, like it's just what a lovely line, just a line on its own as a title, right? It's just beautiful. It
Oh,
conjures up all this stuff that you just, yeah, it takes you in a different world. And yeah, I don't know what else to say, but thank you for that. It's just wonderful.
I'm tearing up in here as well.
No, I
You
feel
got
like I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Um,
it's on the invisible Gossamer Bridge has connected our hearts. I
yeah,
mean, that's the magic it can do, isn't it?
it
Yeah,
is. It really is.
you are truly connected to us, and we can
yeah.
see you talking to us, and you can see us. And with what's just been said, that space has broken down completely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like that.
amazing. Yeah.
It is.
I just don't know why there are, I mean, I don't want, I, it's just, you hear this music like yours, and it's so rare for me in the world to come across. I mean, I grew up, as I said, listen to prog and lovely sort of, it's instrumental, soft, round sounds, no angularity to it. Um, and you listen, you live your life in an angular world, and then you get this, and suddenly there's a softness back.
Mm.
There still has its darkness, it still has moments,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it's round and, because I see music in shapes, so it's a roundness. It doesn't have
Wow.
this angularity to me, and
Wow.
I just find that it just hit the spot, man. I was so thank you. I just want to say thank you. It was just a beautiful moment for me to have, and I'm
Oh,
really glad that you are taking it on the road for people to see and to
thank
hear. Mm,
that really means the world to hear.
mm.
It does. You are our mascot.
Yeah, I just honestly, I don't understand why. And again, we've talked about it before about the double-edged sword of being, hugely famous being yourself and true. What I want is the fame and money for you, but the truthness for the,
Yeah.
the truthness for yourselves. That's what we really
Well,
want.
you are certainly helping us reach more people anyway,
Thank
Mm.
and
you.
that is a wonderful thing. Just through you talking to us, will help people hear the music if they're open to it.
Mm.
You know what? You're always going to get people that aren't, and that's fair enough. There are beautiful tastes and lights and shades in the world. Everyone has their own thing to love and to hate, and well, hate's a horrible word, but to dislike. Um, but there are things that are undisputably good. If you know what I mean, I think you could play your album to almost anyone, and anyone would say this is beautiful. I can't imagine them going, "Oh no, I just can't." It draws you in. It boggles the mind how it draws me in.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
well,
again, you have to have, yeah, yeah. But I can see people go, "Oh no, I'm not listening to that,"
mm,
only because we generally operate on a preconceived level.
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
in general, in normal everyday life, people are completely preconceived. So it's like, oh no, I'm not listening to that. No, I don't know what. No, 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 no. I like this, or I want that, and that's all I'm going to listen to. And that's okay if they want it, but I think it's a tragedy,
Yeah, would you want fish and chips every night of the week? Would you drink the same
Exactly.
drink every? No, you would not.
No, no.
You want something different.
Of
Um,
course you do. Of
yeah.
course you do. But some people actually do want fish and chips every night.
Yeah, my dad would probably say the same. He was a Welshman. He would say that. Um, but yeah, I just yeah, I think it's brilliant. I love the whole album. I think from beginning to end, it just is beautiful. The lead single off it's Shield Maiden, which has been hard to do. Taking a single off this album, that's hard to do. Firstly, where'd you go? Like I would hate to think what I would pick for a single off of that album.
We just decided to go for the shortest song on the album.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
And the record company really wanted that as well. They
Yeah.
wanted the shortest.
Yeah.
So I know it's really kind of, it's a bit naff.
But like you
Yeah.
said, it's supposed to be a
Yeah,
journey taken
from
on.
beginning
Oh,
to
you
end.
have, yeah, yeah. The world, what I think the world music got destroyed in a way when Apple Music came along and you could buy a single for $1 or whatever in any order you wanted. I've always said that streaming and mix and shuffling is a killer of an album, and when you can put this on, you have to be with it. You can't
Yeah.
go, I'll
Yeah.
listen to Blakey Ridge and then I'll listen to Museum of Childhood. No, or other way around. You've got to be on the journey with it.
It would be nice, wouldn't it, if sometime today you end up talking to a 14-year-old who goes, "Oh, I've just listened to this amazing song. It was 20 minutes long. It's Close to the Edge by
Oh
Yes."
my God, man, I love it. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great if you came across a kid who said that to you? There would be hope.
But do you know what though? Not that long ago, in our lifetimes, there were 15-year-olds who were going to Genesis and Yes cons and all these they were buying those albums and were going to those concerts.
Yeah, me.
They were, and yeah, exactly. And I remember. I mean, I've openly admitted, when I saw Steve Hackett do the whole of selling England by the pound, I openly wept. Right? I'll be honest, I did. I cried when he played. I know what I like in your wardrobe.
It was brilliant, wasn't it? I saw it as
Oh
well.
God.
Well, I played on Steve's last album. I played the pipes on his
Oh,
last
we are
album.
not worthy. We are not worthy.
So, but I was like you. I was like, we're not worthy when I went to see him doing that. It was
Oh,
fantastic.
he's my favorite guitarist. Like I just love his stuff, and
Yeah.
what he can do with soundscapes is what you guys do as well. It's just again, it's soundscapes. It's sonic painting. It's colors and
Yeah.
textures. It's motions and motiveness. It's not just something you consume and throw away. This is stuff you remember forever.
Do you feel a bit optimistic about the resurgence of vinyl?
I love it. It never went away for me. So
No, of course. But this kid, a friend of mine, a bass player friend of mine, is 16-year-old boy is obsessed with vinyl, and he's just scouring all the second-hand shops, finding any vinyl, no matter how bad it is.
yeah, yeah.
He's vinyl by Leo Sayer
Oh my
from
God,
90,
yes.
and
Yeah.
he's going on putting it on just because it's on vinyl.
Oh,
That's wonderful. So there is hope.
there is
You
hope.
know,
Yeah, things are turning
truth.
around. Things are turning
Yeah,
around.
the awful spiritual audio terrorism of streaming
Oh,
can be diffused.
yeah. I think it can. I think we've come. I think with bands like yourselves who are bringing back to us music lovers exactly what music is. To us anyway. It's not a commodity.
No,
It's a spiritual, emotional, creative product. Or product's the wrong word, but being, and to squash it down into just, hey, here's the next 30 seconds, is destroying the soul of it. You couldn't do that with Brahms or Beethoven, or you could you? You couldn't do it. You couldn't
yeah,
squash him into 30 seconds or a minute. It's just impossible.
yeah.
Yeah.
But unfortunately the modern in this modern age of that,
Mm.
people are being encouraged to cultivate the attention span of a goldfish.
Oh,
There's too much noise in the world, too much noise,
mm.
and people need to have headphones on in a darkened room, listening to music.
This is how I do it. It's exactly how I do it.
Yeah.
Exactly how I do it. I will be doing it with your album. I haven't done it yet but I will be. I go in
Oh,
a dark
well,
room and no extraneous information. It's just me and my motor, just that dark space.
Yeah.
It's one of my pleasures in life. In fact, I shouldn't say this, but a hot bath with the lights off and my headphones on,
Oh
even
yeah.
better,
Now you're
even
talking.
better.
Yeah, love it.
That's wonderful.
I like it.
I've tripped through close to the edge many times like that.
And Lamb Lies Down.
That's my favorite album of all time.
Is it?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh, I
It's a
love
killer.
it. I know people think it makes no sense, but I don't care. I don't care. I really, really don't care.
Absolutely, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, who cares what Gabriel was talking about? I don't care. It's just musically magical,
Yeah.
on every
You know,
point.
we mixed the first AURI album and mastered the new AURI album in Real World, Gabriel's studio.
No.
Yeah, we did. We mixed the album in Real World in studio number one,
Oh
with the
my
view of
God.
the pond, and it was fantastic.
Oh my
And
God.
we just mastered the new album in
It
there.
all comes together.
It
doesn't
does.
it?
It all comes together.
Doesn't it? All circular. I wonder if his Fairlight was still there somewhere in the corner.
It is. It's upstairs. It's upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, it's upstairs, and his grand piano, the grand
Yeah.
piano that he used on "Here Comes the Flood,"
Yeah.
is upstairs
Oh,
as
I no, I couldn't. I'd be up there going, ooh.
well.
From this come great music.
Oh, we had a wonderful time there. We intend to go back as well.
Oh, you
And
should definitely if you
yeah,
can. Why wouldn't you?
brilliant. Yeah, it
That's
was
like someone
fabulous.
yeah, that's like saying, "Oh, I was in, Lennon's studio, but don't worry, I'm not going to go back." What are you talking about? You got to be. It's like, have you been inside? Have you ever done a tour of Abbey Road?
We were in Abbey Road. Yeah.
That's an amazing, isn't it? It's
Well, the last night we shall do, and the one before, were all the orchestral sessions were done in Abbey Road.
oh, were they really? Oh, there's
Yeah.
another. Oh, no wonder it sounds so bloody wonderful. Like,
But get this, I've just got to
yeah.
tell you this little anecdote that you'll love is it was on Dark Passion Play 2007, and the engineer was Hayden Bendall, who worked with Kate Bush, and he was setting up. I was playing uilleann pipes, and he was setting up the mic, and he was going, where do you want the mic? I went, about there, about 8 inches. And he went, okay. And he went, I said, that's an old looking mic. And he went, oh yeah. He said, this is the mic that Claire Torrey used on Grey Gig in the Sky on Dark Side of the Moon. Like she actually and she sang into. So it's like going into a museum,
But
And
oh my God.
yeah, full shivers up the spine. It's a museum.
But and again, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like instruments. I'm a failed bass player. I'm not a great musician. I could get along around a bit. But when you pick up a really beautiful old instrument that it's been through the hands of many musicians, ones you love, and I've had the opportunity of doing that. There's something magical that's been imbued into
Yeah.
that fretboard, or those pickups, or that back set of pipes, or it's just something. The
Well,
artist is just.
emotional reaction to it, isn't it? It's an emotional. It's just wood and strings,
It is. It is.
but it's the emotional connection through time.
It is. If you said, "Do you want to hold Gary Moore's guitar?" I'd probably faint, to be honest with you. Right. I'd be like, "No." Oh, it's funny. It's just, yeah.
Time for the last one. Yeah, we're running out of
Sorry.
time.
I apologize. Sorry, I loved it so much. I'm
We
mean
could
to
talk to you all
override.
day. We could talk to you all day.
Well,
Yes.
thanks for coming on. I appreciate it, and I really hope you do get here over soon, and I get to see you soon, because this album is a cherished, beautiful journey, and I thank you for it, because it's really filled me up with joy the last few days. So,
Thank
Oh,
you
that's
so much.
wonderful.
It's such a
What a
pleasure.
brilliant man you are.
You are.
Thanks for the.
thank you.
You
It's
are.
delightful meeting kindred spirits. So
Oh,
thank
Yeah.
you.
just nice to meet people who actually understand and love music. I might talk to musicians every single day, but you don't often get that feeling where it's almost spiritual. And
Well,
yeah, thank
you
you.
are now an integral part and a member of Clan AURI.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it greatly, because I'm going to make sure that I get myself a hard copy of this before before it runs out, and it's sold out because that's what will probably happen.
Lovely. Hope to chat with you soon.
Yeah,
again.
hopefully we'll meet in person as well.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Keep safe. Enjoy the tour. Yeah, that's right. See ya.
Yeah.